Welcome back to a Noob's Guide. Another installment in the Noob's Guide. Today's video is going to be focused on aiming. Improving your aim. For quick play, for competitive, for doubles, for rumble, for anything. Today's video is going to be focusing on improving your aim. Yes, there are plenty of guides out there. Maybe my guide's different from somebody else's. Maybe my guide has some tips that somebody else has said. But nonetheless, guys, you will learn something different in this guide. And I promise you that. Now, disclaimer, just because the video is labeled Noob's Guide does not mean Seasoned Guardians are not going to get anything out of this. No, you will get something out of this. I promise you that. You will learn something new. Maybe you're coming back from a hiatus. Maybe you took a few weeks off and you're like, Brave, help me with my aim. Or maybe overall you're a PvE god. You're out here slaying ads left and right and you want to step into the competitive realm. You want to be able to get your recluse or just any pinnacle weapon. Maybe this is season 7 and there's a new pinnacle weapon you want to get. Well, this guide's for you. Now, getting into it, guys, huge shout out to my buddy Apathetic. He also has a guide for improving your aim. Like I said in the past, if you are the type of person who wants to mold your own game style, get things from different players. From good players, you can find different, okay, this guy says this, I'll use this and use this. So huge shout out to Apathetic. His video will be linked in the description. Check it out. So getting into it, guys, these are going to be my 5 tips. Yes, 5 tips. I hear somebody rolling their eyes. Yes, 5 tips, guys. So number 1, guys, we're going to be talking about recoil. Every gun in Destiny 2 has a recoil direction. Figure yours out. If you're going to go into quick play, competitive, take the 5 guns you're going to use, the 4 guns you're going to use. Shoot, maybe if you want to only use 1 gun, so be it. And we're going to do what I like to call the wall test. Now, what you want to do with the wall test is go into a private match and find a blank wall. Now fire that gun. If it goes up and to the left, up and to the right, now figure out how can I fix this recoil direction? How can I fix this? Okay, it goes up and to the left. Well, let me just pull down on my thumbsticks a tad bit and to the right and fire again until you have that thing shooting like a laser beam. You want to be able to fight recoil. Another thing, I know some people have rolled their eyes. Oh God, the wall test. But listen to me, guys. Hear me out on this one here. Just because you can control your recoil. Now the next question is, are you firing your weapon at the optimal speed? Are you trying to get the fastest TTK out of your gun? When you're firing against the wall, are you slowing down just a tad bit? If so, do the wall test again. Fire and fire and fire. Fire as fast as you can. The faster that weapon allow you, now you look. Okay, let me see. It's up and to the left. It's up and to the right still. Man, I was losing it here. Fix that. Become better at that, because once you can control that and firing your bygones as fast as you can with perfect aim, that's what you're aiming to do. Get it? What I'm doing? Aiming to do. The next one, guys, reticle and weapon placement. Now, let me know down in the comment section if you've done this. I'm a victim of this, guys, where you fire your weapon as fast as you can. You feel like your shots are registering, and you're like, man, like I don't know what's happening. What you're doing there is you're having weapon placement. You think your shots are going to land because your gun is pointed straight. This is where it should be. This is where my shots should land. And that's tunnel vision right there. Now, weapon placement is great. Weapon placement is awesome, but you want to be able to track your reticle. Now, what I'm going to be showing right now, I'm going to freeze frame a few times and just look at that dot. I'm going to be using a hand cannon, and you can do this with a pulse rifle. Just find a different type of crosshair, but I'm going to use a hand cannon because it's easier to explain. Now, freeze frame, you see that dot right there. That dot right there is something you want to focus on because that is where your shot is going to go next. So once that weapon resets and you're able to fire again because the shot is going to let you, that dot is what you want to focus on. So weapon placement is great. Wherever that weapon is pointing, yeah, that's where your reticle is at. Now you want to know where your reticle is at. That dot is right there. Fire, fire, and fire. As you can tell in the freeze frames, you'll notice every time that dot is there, that is what I focus on. That is what allows me to focus up on just every engagement. Yes, there are times when you can't focus on that, then weapon placement happens. Maybe you're in that oh crap moment and you're just shooting. Remember, focus on that dot. Now the next tip, guys, is going to be geared towards console players, but yes, PC players, this will go for you as well too. So getting into it, guys. So tip number 3, guys, is going to be range. Your intended range. When I said this is geared towards console players, just any player who's utilizing a controller, remember you're going to be given aim assist. Now with that aim assist, let me use a gun for example, the Luna's Howl. if you're utilizing this gun and say at 10 meters, you feel that stickiness. You feel how sticky the reticle is. When you drag your crosshairs over an enemy, you feel that. Well, this is where range plays a huge factor, because at 10 meters, you feel that. You mean aim assist is allowing you to land those shots. Aim assist is allowing you to get a better grip, get a better grip on your enemy. Now with that there, if you step out at 11 meters, that aim assist isn't as strong. Maybe you don't have aim assist at that range. See what I'm doing there, guys? So with that right there, know your intended range. Now, when I said this is geared for also PC players, you can learn this too. When you start having damage drop off, guys, this is a huge factor, especially for those utilizing weapons like the last word. Say 15 meters is the optimal damage you can get for your last word, and you're at 16 meters, you will notice damage drop off, and now you have to start landing more shots. So that right there, guys, know your intended range, know your intended aim assist. How do you do this? Well, when you're going into quick play, just don't go mindlessly into quick play like a zombie and fight. What you want to do is go into quick play and slowly figure these things out. Build your game up. Now the next one, guys, and this one right here, Flinch. What can I say about Flinch, right? There's no few things I can tell you about Flinch. Nobody likes it. Nobody likes Flinch at all, but it's in the game, right? With Flinch, guys, there's no one thing I can tell you to be like, yeah, whenever you're getting shot, just go ahead and rub your stomach once and boom, Flinch is gone. No, you're gonna take Flinch. But what I can do is give you some advice on how to combat Flinch. It's not like it's gonna go away, but with this right here, you can have a better approach to when you're getting Flinch and a better understanding. So, two things. If you're engaging somebody and you're getting flinched from the side, someone is shooting you from the side, your main mindset should be, I need to get out of here. But if you're getting flinched from your enemy in front of you, your target, that guardian is shooting you and you were getting flinched, what should you do? We've all been there, guys. We've all been there when we just have to land that one shot. You have half a bar of life, your shield's down, you're almost dead, but you just gotta land that one shot, but you're getting flinched. It's that oh crap moment. You can't focus up, man, I can't shoot. Go back to number 1 and number 2. Slow down. Pace your shots. Get your eyes back on that dot. The one we just talked about, that reticle. Get your eyes back on that dot. You already know the recoil, and you want to land that shot. So remember, guys, when it comes to Flinch, slow down, focus up, and go back to steps 1 and 2. Now the last one, guys, we're going to be talking about here is strafing. Some of you are probably wondering, Brave, how does strafing help me improve my aim? Well, it's simple, guys. You strafe to land your shots. I see the common misconception of people thinking I'm strafing to avoid shots from my enemy. I'm strafing so my enemy can miss me. No, guys, you strafe into your shot, especially when you have aim assist playing a factor. When you strafe and aim assist is there, it'll allow you to land more shots. Let me give you a scenario here. Maybe some of you will follow along, maybe some of you won't. It's hard to explain when I can't display it properly. So you have two guardians, one in front of the other, right? Nobody is allowed to touch their right thumbstick, but one of them is allowed to move left and right, strafe. Who is going to win this gunfight? It's going to be the enemy that's strafing. How and why? When he strafes, he knows when he's going to move into his target and fire, while the other one has to guess and has to predict it, right? Now the one strafing has two factors going for him. One, he knows when he's going to move in, and two, well, ultimately he's pushing in himself. You know, I'm pushing in now, I'm going to fire now. So he has the upper hand. Now you could probably say, well, Brave, what if both of them are strafing? What should they do? What if I'm firing and I'm engaging somebody and he's strafing? Well, when you hear the saying outstrafe him, it's ultimately you want to strafe just a tad bit harder. Be unpredictable with your movements, but don't be so unpredictable that you're throwing your shot off. Strafe left, and at that time, if you strafe over their body, have aim assist take over. That aim assist will slow down your crosshairs on their body. That's why I say majority of Destiny players, they don't crouch when they're fighting. Normally everybody's standing head level, they're firing crosshairs in the center. At that moment, utilize your strafing tactics to fire and fire and fire. I like to say it as an old saying, you know, the ball's in your court. Ultimately, when you're strafing, guys, the ball is in your court. When I'm going to strafe in front of somebody, it's ultimately up to me. So guys, as this video comes to a close, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I tried to throw a lot of my tips in there, stuff that I utilize all the time, from recoil direction. I had a hard time when I transferred over to PC, as if I'm some sort of robot. Guys, I had some hard time coming over to PC because recoil was different on PC. And then when I do make live commentaries with the controller, I have to transition over to a controller recoil again, and it's super different. But again, I go back to square one. I do the wall test, especially if it's a video on a gun I've never used before, and I learn the recoil. And once I get good at learning the recoil, I have to go back and learn how quickly can I fire this gun. Am I firing it as quickly as possible? The next thing with that, guys, is going to be good old Recoil. Everybody gets tunnel vision. Everybody gets tunnel vision. That's why if you focus up and you see that dot, or maybe it's a triangle for you, or maybe it's some different type of crosshair, focus on that. The weapon placement is great. Knowing where your weapon is great, but now you have to focus up on that reticle. So other than that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys want to see more videos like this, you guys want to see more guides, more noobs guide, by all means, let me know down in the comment section. My next video should be a live commentary, and I'm pretty excited to show you guys some of the cool, different weapons I'm going to be utilizing in these upcoming live commentaries. If you guys haven't followed me on Twitch, I recommend go do that. I've been helping people get to 2,100 points, and not only that, I should be helping people on console these upcoming weeks. So other than that, guys, thank you so much. The support's been great. I will see you guys in the next video. Hey, did you enjoy the video? Click right there for a random video. Click right there for my latest video. Stay up to date with BraveX Hero. If you haven't followed me on Twitch, I recommend it. Go do it right now. Twitch.tv/BraveXHero. New to the channel, subscribe button right there. Click it. Do it now. I'll see you guys in the next video.